Actually, my own research on the Great East Japan earthquake in 9 years ago in Japan suggested that people re-evaluate their ordinary lives and strengthen their feelings of the gratitude towards family members or in the social networks. So this coronavirus pandemic is also affecting their social bonds, and we can re-evaluate how precious each social bond we have. So in Japan, the most positive change is the people are able to see, the balance between work and private life. So in general, the Japanese business people stay in their office very, longer time than other countries. So before the pandemic, Japanese businessmen felt pressured, pressured by collectivist organization culture to work together and monitor each other. So the evaluation system is based on long working hours. The working hours are a signal for the high motivation and the commitment to the workplace in Japan. So in addition, due to the centralization in Tokyo area, many business persons should commute by crowded trains, and the average length of the commuting is around an hour, one way I mean. So total is 2 hours per day. So now after coronavirus pandemic, so now the working at home is more likely to be prevailed in Japanese context too. So we can extend our family time, and maybe this is the kind of the moment to re-evaluate how precious our significant others and social relationships closer to each other. And the impact is far greater than the other countries, I think, maybe because of the gap between before the coronavirus pandemic and after coronavirus pandemic. So after teleworking, they found that it is necessary, not necessary, at least some types of job to go to the office while they are sacrificing their time for a long commute. So they now working style in the cultural norm should be changed. And in terms of the universal perspective, we can be more flexible to connect internationally each other via SNS and online communication. So before it was very common to visit some people by flying long distance to have a meeting. So holding an online meeting was optional at that time. But now it is becoming a standard that even little small children can communicate with their families and their relatives online. So this is a new way of feeling connected each other. So this is a kind of the positive impact to seek our new social life through online, and then also like the seeking work-life balance. Yeah, I think we need to improve our kind of the skill of the imagination in the communication to supplement the missing information via online. So online conversation is easy, but it has a lack of contextual information. So sometimes many people say, for example, the Japanese use the high context information during a conversation, like small signal of the emotion or some behavior as well. So it is usually easier for communicating online when the target person is already known, because we can supplement the missing information with our knowledge of him or her. But it is difficult to communicate with strangers online because we cannot have a background information. So then our human beings sometimes use our heuristic, which is sometimes very risky. So in that case, to avoid such kind of the risky perception, we need to be tolerant, and we should be explicitly aware of what kind of the cognitive heuristic we have when interacting with other people online. I mean, we have to, ask a question to ourselves, like, do I have any stereotype, or do I have a cognitive bias? And having such an alert toward ourselves should be quite important to kind of have a nice positive change in this pandemic time. Yeah, in a Japanese context, for example, I still feel that we have to monitor the work of colleagues or subordinates, even when the employees work at home. So it is due to the system of the evaluation, which depend heavily on an effort rather than the outcome. So this is the kind of the maybe the some types of the cultural context, they pay attention to the time to make effort and rather than outcome. So the under such cultural context, we need to have maybe some changes, and without such changes, yeah, this might have some negative impact because some people just try not to have evaluation by outcome of the work. And so this is kind of the big challenge for us to shift from the effort-based evaluation system to outcome evaluation system. So it's a kind of stressful for us. And we have another impact on the small chat, type of the conversation. So for some people who do not want to be disturbed by others, reducing the possibility to have a chat with others could have a positive impact. But others, however, maybe they miss such kind of the refreshment or brainstorming or information sharing we usually obtain from the small chat in social interactions. So stay home and teleworking could have a positive impact on those whose relationship between family members are basically good, or maybe they have a good conversation partner to have a small chat to refresh their ideas and sharing some thought and feelings. But if they have more, not such kind of a relationship and they feel lonely, then this kind of a change is also worsen their feeling of the loneliness. So that is maybe should be overcome from the some societal wisdom to protect the people from the feeling loneliness. We have to reevaluate the social network seeking strategy and then also kind of the security network. I mean, like not only focus attention to the kind of the positive social network, but rather maybe we have to think about the secure network of the social life. I mean, like as a social security system. So the infrastructural base of the social bonding is necessary to be built up. So so nowadays the SNS is based on the automatic or more likely to be promotion focus seeking behavior to seek some partner, communication partner. But maybe not only that kind of the part, but also maybe we have to stretch out our security network. I mean, like for those who are not so extroverted, for those who are not so seeking new opportunity to have a friendship. Rather, maybe we have to think about the person who are more likely to be introverted, more likely to be feel loneliness, or more likely to feel sadness or hesitation towards the social network. So I think we have to build up some secure network for such kind of people. I think it is important to for us to stop and think about what we have defined as normal life as very normal or not. Was it normal to commute more than 1 hour a day, or was it normal not to talk to your family members because you were so busy? Or was it normal to fly frequently to other areas in a busy schedule? Or was it normal to make a lot of consumption in a daily basis? I think this situation, we have to think about what is our individual happiness and what is our societal happiness. So the recently, I think before coronavirus pandemic, we define some normal life as it like lots of consumption, lots of the maybe mobility and busy life as we defined as normal. But maybe I think it's kind of too much for us too. And also we have to think about the good balance between individual level happiness and then also societal happiness, which can construct each other. But sometimes, of course, they're controversial or conflict each other. So the pursuit of individual happiness and the selfish behavior make society uncomfortable sometimes. Or sometimes the individual happiness is sacrificed for gross profit of society. So this moment is now we have a time to think about what is really valued. And yeah, because of the very strong pressure by pandemic, we have a time to stop and think about what is very normal and what we are really seeking for the future happiness.